Welcome to NRCS Programs. My name is Mary, and I'm here today to tell you about some of the programs we have to offer. This is Krista. She is our district coordinator, and she deals with some programs: camp conservation, ag and art tour, fishing story contests, different things around Newberry County. This is Braden. He is our district conservationist. He's from Lawrence County and he graduated from Clemson University in 2015. His future goal is to make sure everyone gets funded. So he's your man to go to help you get funded for the programs. Some of the history: Dr. Hugh Hammond Bennett was known as the father of soil conservation. He became the first chief of the SCS in 1935. Soil Conservation Service becomes the Natural Resource Conservation Service in 1994, focusing not only on soil but soil, water, and air. Natural resource concerns are water quality and overgrazing, soil health and erosion, irrigation, and flooding. Today we are going to focus on two programs: Environmental Quality Incentive Program, EQIP, and Conservation Stewardess Program, CSP. How it works is you pay for the practices up front that you want to do on your land, and NRCS reimburses you when the work is completed. Payments are taxable income, so you need to consult with a tax advisor. Financial assistance rates. General assistant rate is 75% of the practice costs, and this is based on the regional cost lists, practice payment schedules. Historically underserved rate is 90% of the practice costs, and these are also based on the regional cost lists. Some people qualify for advance payments. At least 50% of the contracted payment for immediate needs. Must expend funds within 90 days. The historically underserved producers are those with limited resources. They're at poverty level or below. They're beginning farmers. They have not operated a farm or ranch, or they've operated a farm or ranch not more than 10 consecutive years. They're veterans, meaning they served in the United States Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, or Coast Guard. Examples of some EQIP practices or CSP enhancements. Some examples are prescribed burning, brush management, conservation cover, high tunnel system. Some CSP enhancements. Examples are prescribed burning, pine straw raking, wildlife corridors, and reduced till. Program requirements. For EQIP, there's no minimum acreage. Also for CSP, there's no minimum acreage needed. Must control land for a duration of contract. Own or rent for 2 or more years, at least for EQIP. And for CSP, it's own or rent for 5 years, at least. Land cannot be enrolled in other conservation programs such as CRP. This is for EQIP. And you must have existing natural resource concerns. You do not have to have an existing level of conservation. Now for CSP, you must enroll all land in the program, must have existing natural resource concerns, and must have existing levels of conservation and want to achieve a higher level of environmental stewardship. Step 1 is your program application. You're going to visit your county NRCS office at a USDA service center. You're going to bring with you the plats or maps, land ownership deed or lease agreement. You're going to fill out your NRCS program application, CPA 1200, and it's accepted on a continuous basis. And also later on, you'll fill out the direct deposit form and a canceled check. Step 2 is your eligibility. You're going to visit your farm service agency at a USDA service center to establish farm records to be eligible for NRCS programs. You're going to establish a farm and tract number, customer data worksheet, high erodible land and wetland conservation determination, annual gross income certification must be less than $900,000, owner operator of land, and land information. Conservation planning. If you do not already have a conservation plan on file with the NRCS, your field office staff will visit your property and conduct an on-site assessment. They will develop a conservation plan with you that addresses your needs, natural resource concerns, and NRCS requirements. Ultimately, you decide which EQIP practices or CSP enhancements will best address natural resource concerns on your land. Step 4, application ranking. This process, you're going to need each submitted application requires a numerical ranking based on federal, state, and local natural resource concern priorities, competitive funding process based on highest ranking score and amount of available funds. Unfortunately, not all applications are able to be funded each funding cycle due to number of applications and amount of funding available. Applications can be deferred to the next funding cycle. Our local working group survey. This is what was discussed on July 24th at the Newberry Local Working Group meeting, and this is what will be used for Newberry for the 2026 ranking. Step 5, implementation. Only if your application is chosen for funding is when you're going to follow these steps. You're going to sign your program contract. You're going to receive your standards and specifications for completing your contracted EQIP practices or CSP enhancements. All work must be completed within the program contractual time frame. All work will be verified and inspected to ensure it meets NRCS program standards and specifications. Finally, you're going to receive payment for completed work. Your program application deadlines. Application deadline is October 3rd, 2025. You can sign up for press releases at farmers.gov. Some resources are www.farmers.gov and www.nrcs.usda.gov. If you have any questions, feel free to contact 803-597-3160 or mary.nswcd@gmail.com. Thank you for joining us.